Howdy folks, how are you today? Gonna do some simple maintenance on the blue truck because, well, first of all, it's simple, and second of all, because it needs done. So let's go out here real quick and I'll explain the situation that we've got going on because we got a situation. Was over at that car show a couple weeks ago, Team Taya, and when we backed in, we were sitting at kind of an angle. And I knew I had enough fuel to get over there and get back, no problem. So it's, what it is. And for some reason, the way we were sitting, after we left, I noticed that the fuel gauge was not working properly. Sorry, I had to close something up. Grab me a couple of those load bars that somebody was going to throw away yesterday at the ramp, because, well, I grabbed stuff like that and straps that people throw brand new stuff away. And I grab them and I'll sell them on the side because, well, why not? Anyways, back to the story. Was sitting there going when we were leaving, and I noticed that the fuel gauge wasn't popping back up. So I'm like, man, I wonder if that floater stuck or something, because I knew I had enough. It almost went to a place to get fuel, but I didn't. And right now I've probably got, well, just from sticking my eye in there, over half a tank. So let's get in the truck real quick and see what the gauge is reading, because, well, I just looked down in there. I know you probably couldn't see it. I'm sorry. It's just what it is. So we're leaving that show, and I'm noticing the thing's not coming back up, and it's just staying at E, and I'm sitting there freaking out kind of. And I tell the wife, we should have enough fuel to get get back home. We should have had no problems whatsoever. So right now we are reading quarter of a tank. Turn on the key. It's going down, and you see how it's just doing the jig, the dance. I know we got more fuel than that, so sorry about the buzz. But yeah, that thing is off, and finally got it home, didn't do anything. Looked down in the tank, knew I had enough fuel, so I was like, cool, at least I got enough fuel to get to the pilot tomorrow before I have to work, because I didn't work that Sunday, but I was working that Monday, because that's the day that comes after Sunday. So run over there the next day, and I filled the truck up, and it stays at E. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? Sitting there racking my brain. And when I would run the tank down, it would go to full. So I'm thinking maybe one of these wires has got, loose connection or something's grounding out. So I start messing with that. Wasn't it? So I run like that for a week. I'm like, man, just trying to figure out what's going on after I realize that it's not the wires. And I finally take the thing out and realize that it's broke. The thing is broke. So I'm going to undo this real quick and take this out, and I'll get your eyes on that. And I actually made a video last week of showing it, but I ended up scrapping it because I ended up deleting everything that was on my memory card on what I used, because I wanted to have as much as I could for going to Dane's trip, because I didn't know how much stuff we would, actually footage we'd take and how much memory I was going to need on you. So I'm going to go take that apart real quick, because in the mail, I told you I was getting some stuff in the mail. I've gotten some few things here. Got my new lights for the green chuck whenever it comes back, so they can be matching with the other ones. Nice LEDs. And I've got a new fuel sending unit because that other one is bad. And got the old manual out just in case I want to do some things and look over it and stuff like that. So I'll get that out and I'll show you what's wrong with it and what actually happened. And we'll go through that, and then I'll swap that one out and it'll probably work. So I'll get your eyes on that stuff. That way you see what's going on. So give me a few minutes and I will be back. So till then, you know what we say. All right, folks, we got the old one out here, and here's the situation that we had. Oh, sitting right here. This ended up breaking off. So this right here, this whole rod was at the bottom of the tank, and this thing was basically upside down. That's why the fuel would be different. And I end up having to reach my hand down in that tank and pull this thing out because it was stuck. And I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with this. I was going to tack weld it, but then I was like, no, I don't want to heat this up too much because I didn't want to burn this wire up to where it wasn't registering from the electronical standpoint. So I just used some of this JB weld, tank weld, and I put it on here. I put it in here, and I put it on here, and it did fine until I just pulled it out and it peeled off a little bit. But it was fine the whole time, and it held up. So I was surprised. I was curious if it would break down or not, because this stuff is chemical resistant, ethanol resistant, but I didn't know how it would work with diesel fuel. So I tried it anyway. So before you start talking any trash, you know, sporting it today. You know, it's just what I did for a quick fix for a week to get me by. That way I knew, and I wasn't running completely without, you know, the gauge, which I could have because I know how many miles and how many loads and stuff like that I can do. So, you know, it's what it is. But getting back onto the topic of the talking trash here, woke up this morning to a weird comment on one of my videos where someone was telling me that I needed to take off stickers off my truck. And I just thought, man, that's weird that someone's trying to tell me what I need to do with my truck and what I put on my truck. Because, well, first of all, when I bought this truck, it reminded me of this. And a lot of people, they like this. And while this, I can sport this anytime I want to because, well, I can. First of all, I use duct tape and I use zip ties on the truck to fabricate some situations if I need to, because that's the kind of guy I am. And secondly, when I was born, I was raised the first 8 years of my life in a trailer court next to a river. So I'm pure white trash all the way, baby. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? So for anybody who's going to leave a comment like that, I got a big pacifier for you with the crybaby on it. Because, well, that's what you get for that stuff. And, you know, there's some other people that would like to leave comments when I first started doing the channel, but I kindly weeded those guys out by some of the stuff I would reply to them, because I'll always tell you thank you for the, you know, comments regardless. But here we pick this up. This is a bowl, and we're going to give out the bullshit award for anybody who, you know, is negative or anything like that, because that's all unneeded. You know, there's people that are putting their lives out here so everybody else can see what you're doing, and you're giving thumbs down, you're leaving nasty comments and stuff like that. Well, it's really not that cool. So anyways, back onto the subject of this. I ordered a new one. That way I don't have no issues with this. So I'm going to go put that in. This guy right here is kind of long, and this is adjustable. But since those are smaller tanks and stuff like that, I had to kind of cut that down. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this old one off right here and use it with the other one, because I like that setup. And I've got it set up to where when I'm on E, I know I at least have an 1/8 tank fuel left, so I can get wherever I need to. But usually when I get down to E, I'll go fill up anyways. But I know that I've got enough fuel to get where I need to go, because nobody wants to run out of fuel. So I'm gonna go slap that in real quick. And yeah, this thing, it held up. It did what it needed to, but oddly enough, it broke right there and was upside down in that tank, and that's why it was reading the way it was. And didn't understand what was going on. But you know, this a I think $47 part, maybe 75. I don't know, one of the two, $50 or $75 part, which is, you know, simple maintenance that you can do yourself. That way you don't have to pay somebody else to do it. And you know, we like to do that. So till I get this thing wrapped up. Oh yeah, and another thing, the reason why that bad boy was bobbing around, I don't know if you can see down there or not, probably not very well, but this guy right here has little notches in it. And I'll try to grab the other one real quick and see if you can see that. This guy right here has little notches in it. Oh, you still probably can't see it, but that's what, you know, keeps it from bouncing all over and reading, you know, the level to where it's steady. And this guy right here just wore out from getting slammed around and stuff, and probably because that's a spring ride tractor and it's super rough, and the fact that it was upside down and just getting jerked all over, and who knows where that rod was going when I was driving. So it's one of those situations where, you know, I could still use that and it would be fine, but I don't want to see my gauge going like this all the time, because that's completely annoying when you're chalking down the road. So I'm gonna get this buttoned up, and then I'll bring you back and we'll turn that key and we'll see what kind of fuel level we really got, because I know I got more than 1/4 of a tank, which it was reading before. So, well folks, we got her all buttoned up, so let's go turn that key. I already turned the key, so I already know what it's gonna be, but I'll turn the key for you anyways. And see what's going on. These things are weird. The way this is, I basically had to cut a hole or drill another hole, and that's not flush, and I know that, and it's what it is, but all these are, you know, centered and everything, because when you turn this, the thing sticks out this way, and then it doesn't read right. And as small as this tank is, I basically had to turn that to where it was sticking out this way so that could go up and down, because if I'd have done this, it would have caught on the side and it wouldn't have read properly. So I stick it this way, and I've done that. I did that before and had to do the same thing Yeah, so it can raise up and down here and not catch on any of the tank. So that's why I do the things that I do, because, well, that's the kind of guy I am. And that fella commented back about the stickers, because I was polite and just told him, you know, it was my truck, and as many people that like those stickers, especially the Transformer one, the kids and stuff, you know, that I was going to keep it on there, and that he should just probably worry about his own truck and not tell me what to do with with my truck and things like that. And he said, if you want to be a dork, then that's fine. And I just thought to myself, has this guy ever seen my videos? Has he seen the creep classes? The king of dorks here. So whatever. You know, what are you, 12? My opinion, your opinion, who cares? So there we go, folks. And that thing will probably be solid because those grooves are in there, so that's a good thing. I'm not trying to be negative or anything like that. I hope you don't think that, but I don't get where people get off these days, but whatever. I could care less about what somebody else is doing. Why they're worried about me and my stuff it just blows my mind. Fiberglass me. So whatever. But yeah, that's how you change that out. Pretty simple. 5 screws and a 5/16 little bolt on the top. Nothing major. I'm going to keep this stuff around because, well, I like to keep stuff around because you never know what you're going to do or need when you have something come up. So hopefully you enjoyed this, and you got a positive out of this, because I try to be positive and never negative, because we don't like negativity around here. We like good vibes, and that's what we try to put out. That's why I drive a car like that, and she drives a car like that. Always trying to be positive. So keep that in mind when you're commenting on somebody's stuff, whether you like it or not. That's your opinion. They probably don't care about it. You know what I mean? I don't have time to argue with people on, you know, this stuff about my stuff. It's my stuff, and, well, my stuff, will do what I want to with my stuff. So we all already know that, everybody that's been watching and following for a long time. It's just these new stragglers that come along trying to tell somebody what to do with their stuff. It just gets old. So whatever. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully we'll have some more good stuff coming back this week. Talked to the guy the other day. He said they should be getting the bumper Monday. It's, what day is it? Hump day, Wednesday right now, and they'd be getting that thing buttoned up. So I'll probably touch base with him tomorrow morning, and I'll give that guy at the Volvo dealership a call to see what's going on with that. So I have some updates because, well, I want to know, and I want my truck back because I've been waiting too long. So hopefully I'll be able to bring you back on that in the next video or two, and we can get started on that stuff because we got a lot of stuff going on with that. So until the next time, you know what we say, always try to stay positive. Always try to stay positive, and we will see you.